Get ready for high school action on the place for local sports, The Score. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. And by Dixon's Country Market in Benton, celebrating 10 years with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Lawrence High School. Right now, rainy Lawrence High School, where this afternoon and eventually this evening, The Score brings you live coverage of high school soccer, boys high school soccer tonight, as the Lawrence Bulldogs take on the Nokomis Warriors. I'm Mike Violet. He is A.J. Knight, and we've got two soccer teams that, frankly, have struggled this year. Lawrence has got one win, and that win came a couple of weeks ago over the Coney Rams. Nokomis, on the other hand, has 3 wins. Both teams have struggled this year. They played a couple of weeks ago. Nokomis with a narrow 2-1 win. So while we've got two teams that are struggling, it's a pretty good matchup from a competitive standpoint.
Well, yeah, as you said, when they played in Newport, Nokomis got that one. It was just 2-1, excuse me. So a competitive game there. Expect that to be the case tonight because both these teams on paper match up for the most part. Both really struggle in preventing teams from scoring. Nokomis has given up 62 goals on the season, is about 5.2 per game. Lawrence has given up 59, which is 5.9 per game. So they both give up 5 to 6 goals a game. Nokomis, at least on the other hand, they've scored 20 goals. Lawrence, only 4 total.
Yeah, they've really struggled to score goals this year. And, you know, when you look at the Nokomis schedule, one of their losses was a very close loss to Waterville, 1-0. Waterville is right now 6-5-1. And while they're only the number 10 team in the latest Class B North Heel points, they are 6-5-1. We've seen them play. They're a pretty good team. So they have had their moments, Nokomis has. And in talking to their head coach, Brandon Fuller, today, again, like so many teams we've done here lately, they are improving and they are getting better as the season has gone on. Lawrence's schedule, a tough schedule, of course, and they've had some games where they've really been hammered. They lost to Waterville, for instance, by a score of 8-0, but they played Coney, beat them by a score of 2-0. A decent Belfast team only lost 4-0, but it is goal scoring. You've got to score goals to win, and they have not done that this year. Yeah. 4 goals in their entire schedule.
Yeah, in 10 games for Lawrence, they've been shut out 7 times. So, I mean, and I think all 4 of their goals have come over the last couple of weeks, including that 2-1 loss to Nokomis, 2-0 win over Coney. You talk about those 2 games specifically, obviously, as we have. That's 3 of 4 goals. And something we were talking about a lot early in the season, kind of got away from as we've gotten to football and some of the other teams. Both these teams super young. Nokomis only has 4 seniors, and, of course, this Lawrence team we've seen a couple times already this year. None. They have no seniors.
No, very, very young for sure. So it's a very good matchup on paper between two teams that have had tough seasons so far, probably not going to the postseason, although Nokomis still isn't out of it as of yet. But two teams that have played each other already once this year. Nokomis won by a score of 2-1, so it looks like it's going to be a very competitive game. We think things are going to clear up right now, as you can see behind us with the dark skies, and now in front of us with the dark skies. It's been raining for about a half hour or so the field is a little bit wet. But I think we have the promise of some clearing skies and probably a pretty good rainbow to get a shot of at some point later on here this night. And, of course, these two teams hoping to find a pot of gold after the end of the rainbow.
That's true. The one thing that concerns me is we had somebody that said that their significant other was in Oakland, and they said their game got rained out. It got dumped on. So Fingers crossed it doesn't make its way, the 10 miles this way. But I'm curious to see. I'm going to guess this game plays out a little bit like that Bangor-Skowhegan game we had last week. Two teams that have been struggling as well. And I think you could tell by the intensity of both, not only the players but the coaching staffs, that it was a gettable game and they didn't want to let it slide through their fingers.
Exactly. At this point in time, when you are either one of these two teams, when it is a gettable game, we've created a new word there, you want to go and get it. So the gettability factor for this game is very high for both teams, huh?
Yes.
Gettability. I like that.
I mean, 2-1 in Lawrence lost 2-1 on the road. They're at home now. Hopefully, at the last time we were here for a girls' game, crowd was actually pretty good. Rain might have scared a few people off, but I think some are making their way back. There's some homecoming stuff I think that the band department was telling me. So there's a lot of Bulldog faithful in and around campus area tonight.
Exactly. We will take a timeout. We'll be back with soccer. It's Lawrence and Nokomis. It's coming up right after this on The Score.
I came for a visit, and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at Lawrence High School as we are just about set to go. Lawrence will have the ball. It's Callum Goldsmith at midfield, ready for the kickoff here. Lawrence in the blue with the white numbers, and Nokomis is in the white with the maroon numbers.
Worth noting, there's a JV game obviously before here, and I think Goldschmidt, it was 1-0 Lawrence, and they scored late. I think Goldschmidt had that goal.
All right, he kicks it off, and we are underway here in Fairfield for boys high school soccer right on the sidelines, and that scoots out past Connor Firmage. And so it will be a Nokomis ball. Jonah Van Deventer. He's going to be JVD from now on here tonight. All right, over midfield, it's Nokomis working it in.
Nokomis, while they've struggled this season and they've given up a ton of goals, they have obviously, again, 20 goals scored on the season for them compared to 4 for Lawrence. So they've at least been able to score some. So the challenge for Lawrence is going to be as they've struggled to score and given up a ton of goals.
That's blasted all the way down, and it will roll to goalkeeper Landon Grip. Grip, the sophomore goaltender, who we were impressed with, and he kicks his shoe off. I've never seen that before. Grip kicked his shoe off, and a Nokomis player grabs it, picking it up there, Connor's sides, and they flip it back to Landon.
That's some sportsmanship.
That is a highlight for sure. That is definitely on the highlight of the week reel right there. Landon Grip kicked the ball and his shoe off. Here's Jonah Van Deventer in the middle of the field, scooting over there. Connor Letourneau loses it. And here comes Nokomis. Working it ahead is Connor Sides. Number 14 in white is the man to watch for Nokomis. He has a 4-goal game this year. and he really sets the pace for them offensively. He's a terrific athlete, a member of that state championship basketball team a couple of years ago that Cooper and Ace Flagg were on. All right, scooched up over midfield, tripped up. There is JVD. Goes down, gets it back. Van Deventer got it up, kicked out of there by Lawrence, cleared out of the zone by Connor Letourneau. Now back in, it's Drew Grant. A header by Sides. Now to JVD. And Lawrence trying to work it up and out. It's Corvin Veyu. Back in, and back it goes to Trevor Pellerin. Pellerin, it's out of bounds, right in front of the Lawrence bench. This will be a throw-in for Lawrence. For Nokomis. Out of bounds off Lawrence. And the throw-in, good one. But it's knocked down by a wall of Bulldogs there, led by Landon Daigle, and it's right on, and the shot goes by. As Landon Grip came out, and the shot went by him on the far side. A good bid there early on for the Nokomis Warriors a couple of minutes into the first period, first half.
That was a great centering pass, like you said, just out of the outstretched foot of the Nokomis player.
It'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs right down in front of us. Dawson Chapman trying that ball off. Got to give it up to these officials who just worked a JV game in the pouring rain at the end.
Yeah.
And now working this varsity game. The JV game, Lawrence winning 1-0. All right, clock is stopped.
They don't stop the clock for a shoe tie, do they?
Well, apparently they are here.
Apparently
Noah
they do.
Spalding is working on his shoe right down in front of us, as you can see.
I think the stoppage, Mike, is you see a kid putting on a
Yellow
visor thing. They didn't have a ball boy on this side.
Okay. All right. And that was Chandler Firmage with the shoe. So we don't think it's Firmage's shoe that caused the stoppage. And now we've got a ball boy on the near side with a ball.
Yeah, I think
All
that's
right.
what it was.
So we're ready to go. So that's what the delay was. So Firmage taking the time to get the shoe even tighter. All right. In the middle, working it through there was Connor Sides. Sides lost it right back in. Sides goes up. Tilton jumped up, and it's inside. Cutting in there. The shot is wide on the short side by Nick Scharf. Another good opportunity for Nokomis. They've had two opportunities, neither of which has resulted in a shot on goal.
Yeah, that one there, Lawrence, the defender, kind of fell asleep there. I think teammates not communicating with him that he's got someone backside there and gave up an easy opportunity, just couldn't put it on target.
Grip cleared it out, kept in at midfield by Nokomis. No score here. We are 3.5 minutes into the first half. Up near midfield, Connor Letourneau. Ball's out. Nokomis will have it on the throw-in.
To your point about Sides, watch him, 14 for Nokomis. He very quickly draws a crowd.
Grant drives it up, and Grip will let it go by. And it rolls out. This will be a goal kick for the Lawrence Bulldogs.
Grip already looks like he's seen plenty of action today.
He's been busy. He's already had to dive a couple of times for balls that did not end up on goal, but he couldn't take that chance. Here's JVD. Midfield, they work it back up in the middle. Nobody there except Riley Craig. Craig taken back by Van Deventer. Now in the middle. Ball goes over to Pearl. Alex Pearl, right side, right outside the box, knocked down by Lawrence. Bulldogs trying to clear the zone. They have not been able to venture over midfield as of yet. That is knocked up. Good play there by Owen Sides. Sides to Scharf. Scharf trying to pass, and it's blocked. Cleared out of there by Tilton. Loose ball, far side for Lawrence. It's Landon Daigle. Daigle up the sideline, and that is out.
Yeah, Lawrence defense not really communicating with themselves because right there that block was by an old Bulldog player, and it keeps it in the zone. Luckily, Nokomis wasn't pressing at that point, but that's another opportunity to give up someone taking a decent look at the goal.
Throw in by Nokomis on the sideline, right in front of the Lawrence bench. Comes to the middle of the field. Bulldogs able to work it out. Riley Craig. Craig at midfield. Craig gets it over to Mason. Now all the way up, a shot and a save by the Nokomis goalkeeper. And I do have to apologize right now, almost embarrassingly so, that I do not know the name of the Nokomis goalkeeper because their coach, Brandon Fuller, emailed me all the starters. He did not designate who the goalkeeper was, and it's not listed on their roster.
Well, that's just frustrating.
So,
and he doesn't have a number. That's
right.
the other important part.
So I apologize. Maybe it's something we can work on. If somebody is watching or listening here and you know the name of the Nokomis goalkeeper, we would love to know. We will give you on-air credit and our undying gratitude for the rest of our lives. All right, curled in here, a shot and a header in. Beautifully done by Nokomis, and the Warriors jump out to a 1-0 lead.
How about that centering pass? We've seen a ton of headers that just don't get on target, but Sides right there absolutely put that right under the top crossbar.
So Connor Sides, great with the feet, great with the head, and Sides with a header, and it's 1-0 Nokomis.
Take a look at that one more time to give credit to the assist here.
That was a great pass.
Yeah, it was a great centering pass. Sides almost gets a hockey assist on that. That was, I think, 10 for Nokomis is who centered that up.
So Connor Sides with the goal. Simon Van Deventer. So SVD.
SVD.
With the assist. And the time of the goal, 7:25. And it's a 1-0 Nokomis lead. Sides from Simon Van Deventer. Terrific pass and a great job by Sides to head that in. I mean, he absolutely nailed that to the top shelf.
Yeah, not only the like you said, the putting it in the right spot, but not only did he get great contact with it, but put it in the exact right spot. Even if grip, I think, was on that, that's going to be a tough save.
Scharf down the left side, bodied off the play by Craig. Taken back now by Dawson Chapman. Chapman up to midfield. Whistled dead, and I guess it went out?
Yeah, I think they're going to say it hooked over the line.
Okay. So it is out, and JVD will give it to Sides, and Connor's going to dry that ball off. That's a multi-purpose jersey. It's a jersey and a towel. All right, pass inside, cleared out by Pellerin. Now back in, and Scharf cleared to the middle, and it was run off there by Pellerin. Now Sides stops the clearing pass, now jumping up. It's Letourneau. Letourneau with a head of steam. Letourneau at midfield, slows it up. Connor Letourneau left it over on the sideline. Good move over there, and working it to the middle, Riley Craig. Craig down deep. Callum Goldsmith there, but now they finally get it through. Opportunity here for Lawrence, but it is offsides.
It's unfortunate because Lawrence, I think, Letourneau right there waited till everybody could kind of trickle in, and that you just got to be paying attention. It's a great opportunity there. Goldsmith had the first shot of the game on goal, and I think another opportunity there with some numbers. We get caught off sides.
Sides at set at midfield. Nice job there to catch that literally with his chest, kind of slow it down and get it ahead to Scharf. Scharf with a head of steam, gets through, shoots. Oh, he just missed the far side. Nice move by Nicholas Scharf, the junior.
You get a great look at that chest trap, like you said.
Yes, that
Sides.
was a great play by Sides.
How about this, too? Scharf avoids the slide tackle. Nice job there. Normally we see those players get it too far ahead of themselves. I think Grip's got to challenge that a little bit more, but Scharf, right idea, went looking for that top opposite corner, just couldn't get it on target.
All set up by the chest grab there by Sides near midfield. That was a great play. All right, here's Lawrence at midfield. Bulldogs, Goldsmith ahead of the pack, but hustling back is Nokomis. They'll win the race, and it goes out of bounds anyway. Over there on the far side. 30-30. Left in the first half. It is 1-0 Nokomis on a goal by Connor Sides. Back it goes. Nokomis spent most of the first half so far in the offensive zone. Now they're a little bit hemmed in. Goldsmith makes a move. Couple of players go down. We got a whistle, and it's going to go back in the other direction.
Players go down due to not legal play?
Not
legal play.
Okay, fair, legal, fair. We could be lawyers here and try to split hairs. That's pooched out of bounds by Pellerin.
And a little bit of it's a wet ball, but I think Pellerin there rushed that a little bit. I don't think you have to kick that out of bounds. He had a lot of teammates with him.
Sides. Pass is partially blocked there by Riley Craig. Sides lost his shoe, too, or part of it anyway.
I say it didn't
the heel came off.
Yeah, it didn't look like he got it where he wanted to.
Yeah, that wasn't a Landon grip type loss of the shoe, which is the most epic loss of a shoe I have ever seen, driven in by JVD. And it is out of bounds, far side. Lawrence will inbound it. On the throw-in, Nokomis up. Tilton takes it away for the Bulldogs. Tilton to midfield. Gets it over midfield. A bump there. They're going to give that back to Lawrence. That would be an unfair play.
Yeah. Too much contact.
Yes.
With the body.
All right, a Lawrence ball. Free kick. The Bulldogs looking for the equalizer. Intercepted by Nokomis. Sides. Right at the circle, in his own zone. Sides. Nice move. Taken away, though. Sides gets it back after it was initially taken away from him by Firmage. Sides rolls it down the sideline. Good pass, but it's too far ahead there of JVD, and it's taken away and cleared by Letourneau. Letourneau got it out to midfield. And nice job by Goldsmith. He might have a breakaway. Goldsmith plays it ahead. Goldsmith goes over, and up there with him, a teammate. That was a pass, I guess, but it was too far ahead.
I think Goldsmith actually
shoot that.
I think he wanted to shoot it. I think it just came off his foot wrong because he put his head in his hands immediately after.
All right, let's give him a shank then.
Yeah,
he just flat out missed it.
He was off the side of his foot. Nice individual effort, though, to create that breakaway.
Yep, and he is a player we've seen before. He busts it. He really does. He plays hard. And he had an opportunity there, unfortunately, off the side of his foot. All right, midfield for the Bulldogs. It's Quigley. Played it in deep. Hustling. Lawrence able to keep it alive right over there near the flag. A battle. Ricochets around. Nokomis cleared it out a little bit. Kept in by the Bulldogs. Good work here by Lawrence to keep some possession for a while. Now Nokomis will work it out. Warriors at midfield. Connor Sides. Sides can run. He is an athlete for sure. Tried to get it ahead for Simon Van de Venter. Didn't connect. Now for Lawrence, it's Riley Craig. Right side, Goldsmith. Turns on the Jets. A slide tackle there. Good job to slow it up by Nokomis. But they're going to give it to the Bulldogs.
And I think they're going to call not a play on the ball, which I would agree with. The Goldsmith took contact there, but it really wasn't anything on the ball.
All right, Craig, free kick. Well done. Right up, and it hits off the goalie's hands, and it goes in. It skimmed off the goalkeeper's hands and into the net. And Lawrence has tied it up at 1. That's going to go to Craig.
I just want to take a look here. There was some pressure there after it skimmed off the goalie's hands. I think actually, tell me what you think here, Mike. Let me show you the replay one more time. So obviously there's the corner kick as you get a long look here. And then watch here at the end and see if you think that, I think that was 35. I think he gets the header.
He might have done it.
I think he
Connor
does.
Letourneau might have put that in. In the absence of any kind of announcement, let's go with Letourneau.
I think he got it.
So Letourneau gets the goal off a terrific kick by Craig.
Well, especially in these conditions.
So Craig will get an assist, and he ought to get something for that. And it's 1-1. So Lawrence, a team that's only scored 4 goals coming in, now has scored 5. And they have tied it at 1. 26 minutes left in the first half.
Kind of feels like baseball at this level, right? Where sometimes it just, no, you don't want to ground out to the shortstop, but sometimes let's just see if the defense can make a play. We saw a game decided on a play like that a couple weeks ago, MCI and Foxcroft girls soccer.
So let's see if Lawrence gets a jump out of this. Coming out is Grip, and Landon will scoop up that loose ball. And he kicks it away, and his shoe stays on.
Worth noting. 2 shoes off today, 1 for each team.
All right, headers all over the place. Popped up by Nokomis. Over it goes to JVD. JVD up to Zach Furrow. Furrow to the middle. Nice move. Furrow over to JVD. JVD back to sides. Sides. On the sidelines. Slows. Fakes. Gets tripped up. That'll stay with Nokomis.
Now I think that'll draw a whistle right there. The ref was literally right there. Here's something to watch out. His side's going to go center up again.
Yep. Drew Grant's going to have this free kick. So it's almost a corner kick. Here's the drive. It is deflected in front. Pellerin slowed it down. Still there. Knocked up, kicked away by Chapman. And Lawrence is able to clear. This is Riley Craig. Craig up to midfield, ahead to Goldsmith. Goldsmith intercepted there. Veering him off the play was Jacob Newmeyer.
Greg and Goldsmith ran into each other. Goldsmith was trying to take that and just run. By the way, on that free kick, they were looking for sides.
Yep. I think that's their stock play. Sideline kept in by JVD. Being defended there very well by Chandler Firmage. JVD gets around him to the middle. Here comes Nokomis. Warriors trying to break it out. They can't. Furrow slowed. Goes to Goldsmith in the offensive zone for Lawrence. Callum Goldsmith lost it, cleared back. Kicked back up by Tilton to midfield. Now in the zone by Landon Daigle. Over on the near sidelines, out of bounds, and Dawson Chapman will throw it in there. On the sidelines, good job to keep that in by Furrow. To the middle to SVD, far side. Beating him to it, Landon Daigle. Now Simon Van de Venter shows some speed. Angles to the net, takes the shot, and a save right there into the belly of Landon Grip.
How about that pass by Sides, though?
Very nice. He's got some mad skills. Midfield for the Lawrence Bulldogs, it's Corvin Veyu. Cleared back in. Here comes Nokomis yet again. Stopped by Pellerin. Drew Grant had it go out of bounds off him, so it'll be the Bulldogs ball. Daigle will throw it in. 22:45 left first half. 1-1. Nokomis and Lawrence, a good one so far. This is Trip Clark. Clears it up. Clark, a junior. Nokomis on the break. Here come the Warriors. Sides is in the middle. That's Drew Grant. Grant on the sideline, lost an edge, gets back up, left-footed. It's off ahead. Now it's cleared and out of there by Dawson Chapman.
That's a nice play there by Chapman.
Furrow trying to get control, does. Zach Furrow. Stuffed there by Chapman. Firmage up. Picked up now by Riley Craig. Craig in the middle to Letourneau, who we have credited with the goal for Lawrence off the head of Chapman. Now to Tilton. Tilton to Firmage. Firmage up to Goldsmith. Now dunked in by Craig. Right side. Goldsmith hustles. Got veered off the play there by Drew Grant. Grant in the middle, kept in. Goldsmith almost broke in with that.
Yeah.
That was almost like a pass to the sidelines by a quarterback that would have been picked off and returned for a touchdown. All right, back over on the far side, it's Letourneau. Kept in on the far side by Lawrence. Nope, it is out of bounds.
Yeah, and on the play before, I think Goldsmith was going to try and center it back up and then win the foot race. He just mishit it, and then it stayed on the sideline, and he lost the play there. So his momentum carried him farther away. But Lawrence, to this point, and it's worked because Goldsmith's gotten a couple good looks out of it, is Goldsmith stay on sides, we're going to boot it down, and then you win the foot race.
While we've got the time, local sports on the score brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. CMCC having their open house on Saturday, October 14th from 9 until noon. Meet staff and students and much, much more. Tour the campus, cmcc.edu for more information. Had Denise Letourneau from CMCC on my show on Opening Drive. She was also on our sister station's morning show, The Morning Mix with Jay and Desiree. And if you missed that interview, it is on our Twitter feed at 1160 The Score. That's at 1160 The Score, and also on our Score Facebook page. Header in. Up to midfield, Nokomis with a chance to break out. They've got 4 players up. Here come the Warriors. In the middle, pass to Simon Van de Venter. Van de Venter right side, nobody there. He hustles over. Lawrence almost cleared. Kept in. Now Lawrence up the far side. They can't keep it in bounds, though. Yes, they can. It did stay in bounds. Now it's definitely out of bounds. Out of bounds over the track, and
tough to see that far sideline from here.
It is not raining at the moment, but Mr. Man, the skies are some kind of dark.
Yeah, they are.
Darker in the pocket.
I said we heard when we got here that it was dumping pretty good at Messalonsky.
Number 5 for Nokomis there. Talk about a good name for a soccer player. Striker Frazier.
Yes. Yes, that is a great. He was destined to play soccer. Ooh.
Right. Boy, Goldsmith got decked right at midfield. And obviously this will be a Lawrence ball as Callum a little bit shaken up. And so time is called, 19:25 remaining in the first half, and Goldsmith down.
I wonder if that, just more than anything, you're moving full speed, that ground not forgiving when you make contact with it.
And I'm not sure why there isn't a trainer coming out on the field.
I'm not seeing one. I'm seeing coach.
Maybe there isn't a trainer on staff, which seems highly unusual, but Callum Goldsmith just left there to his own devices. So we have an injury timeout, a Lawrence player down, Callum Goldsmith. 19:25 to go in the first half. It's Lawrence 1 and Nokomis 1. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Soccer on The Score.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight's back here at Lawrence High School as we watch Callum Goldsmith, who went down in a heap and may have hit his head. We have the play on replay. Let's take a look at it. There is a trainer out there finally to take a look at him.
You see, they kind of collided. To me, it's either on that you get that whiplash, right? Especially when you hit the ground, or either that, or you got the wind knocked out of you. And anybody's had that as not a fun sensation.
Yeah. So Goldsmith, while we were in commercial, sat up as the trainer arrived. So that's obviously a good sign that he is sitting up. The rain has begun again here in Fairfield. It's been pretty much steady for an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's 1-1. Nokomis and Lawrence. Connor Side scoring for Nokomis, and Connor Letourneau scoring for the Lawrence Bulldogs. So it's the Connor night tonight.
Yeah, and that's what's unfortunate. Obviously, you don't want to see anybody get injured ever. But Goldsmith, as he stands up, which is good to see.
And he's going to get a ride somewhere, I think. So that is good to see.
Yeah, glad to see him up.
So Sides is up, and he will be taken in to the trainer's room in the high school, I'm sure, by the Lawrence trainer. So good to see there with Callum Goldsmith, who's been one of the better players on the field tonight. So actually they take him over to the sidelines, so we'll keep an eye on things over there. Meantime, the ball down just where the injury occurred, and we are ready to go. 19:25 to go in the first half. 1-1 between Lawrence and Nokomis. Bulldogs ball. And there's the whistle. Free kick driven up, headed out of there by the Warriors. And on it is Nokomis. And up the far side, knocked off the ball, Alex Pearl. This will stay with the Warriors. This will be a free kick. Good one, blasted deep. And it's so deep that Landon Grip will just watch it go out of bounds over there. Pellerin cleared it in. Grip already had a new ball ready to go, so it'll be a goalie kick here. In this 1-1 game. Grip goes right by a teammate, and it's picked off by the Warriors. Getting it up is Pearl. Pearl lost it. Cleared out of there by Lawrence's Landon Daigle. Midfield, Bulldogs clear it over. Not for long, though. Right back with it, Nokomis. Pass in the middle. Not much of a chance for that to get through. Now blasted out of there. That'll make it out.
I'd say the first 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes felt like Nokomis really dominated.
They did.
Really challenged. I think it was a little bit of a break for Lawrence not to give up more than one, but all of a sudden this game's gotten to about 50-50. Lawrence has had some opportunities. They've slowed down Nokomis a little bit. It's evened out like we predicted. Pretty close game.
Headed out of bounds by Connor Sides. Chapman will chase the loose ball down. And it'll be a large throw in here. 17:45 left in the first half. Clock is stopped now, and I'm not sure why. Do we have a ball boy issue on the near side again?
Yeah, the ball boy, yep, that's what it is. The ball boy, I think, went into the huddle when they had the injury timeout and then didn't come back out.
All right, we only have one apparently. So there's only one on each side. Oh, one period, not one on each side.
Yeah. Someone putting on a vest finally over there.
Okay, so.
Ref's waiting for him, I think, too.
All right, here we go. Chapman to throw it in. Into the game now for the Bulldogs is Jeremiah Mason replacing Goldsmith. And the goalkeeper for Nokomis was a little lackadaisical getting rid of that, and Mason almost blocked it.
Yeah, Mason did his darndest to get as big as possible to try and knock that down.
That one ricochets out of bounds off Chapman as we watch Goldsmith. Is he in that cart?
Yeah.
Okay, he is sort of laying down. So they're taking him inside for further examination.
Yeah, I hope he's all right, but he looked like he was dazed.
Yep. All right, the throw in. Connor Sides at midfield, wheels away from Letourneau. Our 2 goal scorers tonight. Sides with a head of steam. Sides barreling. Sides avoids a hit, can't avoid the second one. He got hit there by Trevor Pellerin. This will stay with Nokomis.
He's just a one-man fast break.
Can't disagree with that. That's an accurate statement.
I mean, he crossed field there, and Lawrence just could not do anything to stop him.
Free kick up to the box. Lawrence able to gain control, and it's Riley Craig. Up to midfield, pass behind Mason. Now fanning on it there is Jordan Quinn. Now on the near side, Nokomis cannot keep it in. Quinn hustled over, could not beat the ball to the sideline. Bulldogs will throw it in. Chapman. In off a chest of a Nokomis player. Scharf couldn't play it, but it went out of bounds off Lawrence. Now off the chest of Sides, right there on the sideline. Scharf. Ricocheted back. Quinn. Quinn to midfield, looking for Grant. That didn't connect. Drew Grant lost it. Back there is Landon Daigle. Daigle's left-footed kick over midfield, up to Pellerin, or check that up to Daniel Bickford, I think, up there. Now it's cleared back. Midfield, Nokomis player knocked down. Some hitting there. Both 14s, Connor Sides and Dominic Golder going at it.
Sides is a pinball.
And this is a free kick for the Warriors.
Sides got a that Mason, that came in, got a warning. That's a shank. Got a warning because he tied his shoe in front of the free kick. Kind of a clever play there to slow it down.
Can't blame a guy for trying. All right, it's a throw-in on the side here right in front of us. It's Nicholas Scharf. Scharf. Sides is right there. That was a pass to no one. Sides ends up with it. He goes right by Ryan Tilton, but he went out, I guess.
No, I think they got some. I think it was Tilton. They got him for grabbing Sides.
All right. So a free kick. Drew Grant. Up off the head of Chapman. Headed it down to the ground. Jumping up there, Scharf and Chapman, and it's out of bounds off Scharf. 1-1. 14:20 left in the first half. That one bounces high, trying to get at his Sides. Sides in deep against 2 players. A shot and a save by Grip. Good save by Landon Grip on the dive.
Tough to see from that angle. I thought that was a little bit wide, but obviously Grip made the call, not the case.
Can't take a chance. We'll get a corner kick out of it.
First one tonight.
Yep, Drew Grant. Will execute. Not where he wanted it, I'm going to guess. Trying to get it Owen Sides. Back it goes. Kicked in by Scharf. Bounces. It was going to go wide. Grip out to get it. So not much of a corner kick.
I think that one carried too far up the box than he wanted it to.
Punted away by Grip. High bounce off the head of Owen Sides. Near side's jumping on it is Reimers, but he was beaten to it by Mason, who just ran out of his shoe. What is it tonight with the shoes?
I don't know. Low tops. Low tops.
I mean, I know it's wet, but you got to tie your shoes. If you can slip your shoe back on, it's not tight enough. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I mean, speaking as a parent, you know, if that was, guys, tie your shoes tighter. It's real simple. You shouldn't run out of your own shoes. All right, it's all about the tying. That one's blasted deep, and that is my TED Talk on tying shoes. Lawrence able to clear it up the sidelines, but it goes out of bounds, so a throw in here, 12.5 to go in the first half. It's 1-1. I mean, I can see kicking your shoe. like Landon Grip did, and it come off.
Pure power.
Yes. There's some torque there, There's some force. Physics is at work. Or something like that.
Lawrence, I think, is going to have to find a way to manufacture some offense. Goldschmidt was just such a big part of what they did. And while because I think you can see a little bit, right, without him and being able to generate that offense as Grip comes and grabs that one, the field's starting to tilt back down, or the ball's starting to tilt back down onto their end.
Yeah, Callum Goldsmith, despite being just a freshman, really was a player who moved the game for Lawrence. He was a difference maker on the other side of the field. This one's out. Nokomis throws it in. Rain looks like it stopped for now.
I mean, Goldsmith has one shot. He had one shot on goal. He had another opportunity he shanked, which was a golden opportunity. And then I think he created that free kick. He did. He created the free kick that became the Bulldogs' goal.
Yes. Free kick by Craig that was knocked back in on a rebound by Letourneau. Here's Lawrence. Bulldogs might have something cooking here. They get it over. Long shot on a hop. A save by the Nokomis goalkeeper. The shot by Riley Craig.
Yeah, you're hoping for a deflection maybe. I don't think Craig shooting from that far out is what you're looking for. But for Lawrence,
a steal and coming out and making the play there. I have narrowed it down to the name of Dylan Sousa in goal.
Dylan Sousa, okay.
Yes.
We're gonna credit Sousa. Nice play there by Sousa to cut that off.
So Sousa, listed in Coach Brandon Fuller's starting lineup, is the only name I haven't called yet.
That makes sense.
We're going with it.
That is very logical.
I've made an executive decision. It's Dylan Sousa. So I apologize to the entire Sousa family for not knowing until now. Here's Scharf, right in front of us. Scharf. Pass now in the middle. Alex Pearl. Pearl to Sides. Sides trying to get to Scharf. Sides with it back. A blast is high and wide.
He left that one short, but a little bit lackadaisical defense. And Sides, a lot of high school players, I think you're comfortable taking that shot, maybe with Sides too, but darn close to catching the crossbar.
Yeah. All right, Landon Grip. Kicks it up. Midfield. Right in front of us, it is Scharf. Can't keep it in bounds, but it's knocked up by Chapman, so it will be a Nokomis ball as the ball boy threw it by Scharf. And the ball boy happens to be one of the Lawrence JV players, so. Throw in Sides, beaten to it there. The header by Letourneau as the two Connors go at it. And now it is Connor Sides who's going to throw it in. And a good one. Ahead by Owen Sides' brother. Now Pellerin clears.
Nice look there for Nokomis, just trying to turn 3/4 your body and get something on that. Couldn't do that on that shot. Plus, there were Bulldogs in the way.
Nokomis kept it in. Now it's just knocked out of bounds by Corvin Veyu, and Lawrence will have a chance to reset things. A throw in here for Nokomis.
What are the odds? What are the odds Goldsmith pulls a Paul Pierce and steps out of the wheelchair in the second half?
I'd love to see it. That's rolled in. It's cleared out by Lawrence, and it's going to make it out near midfield. Running it down there, Jordan Quinn. Quinn to the middle. Quinn couldn't get it by Riley Craig. Clears it. Mason hustles. Shoes stay on. Deep now for Nokomis Owen Sides, and really nowhere to go there.
He kind of created that. He chipped it forward further and then kicked it out, so he let Lawrence get the ball way deeper as opposed to just kicking it out over there.
Letourneau to throw it in. Knocked down. He breaks the play up, though. Now Nicholas Scharf in there. Letourneau lets it go, and that's a smart play, I think.
Yeah, refs say blue.
Yep. So Letourneau smartly let it go. Off ahead on the throw-in, intercepted now by Scharf. Scharf uses his own teammate as a human shield there and wheeled around for a second. Now it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Lawrence.
Lawrence just having trouble digging this off the sideline.
Chapman throws in.
There's a whole cloud of Warriors over there.
All right, Chapman ricocheted. Sidelines, high into the air it goes, and that'll go way out. So Lawrence had an opportunity there. Never could get it in the middle of the field.
Nice job by Nokomis, just kind of him and him. Even though you give up a couple throw-ins, Bulldogs couldn't get off the near sideline.
7 minutes to go first half. 1-1 Nokomis and Lawrence in boys soccer. Tonight on the score, we'll be back up the driveway about, maybe 4 or 5 football field lengths from here for the Lawrence Bulldogs and the Messalonskee Eagles. Tomorrow night, a showdown in Fairfield. 4-2 Lawrence, 6-0 Messalonskee. And what did I miss?
Number, this is going to be a long highlight. I didn't want to make sure. But 15 got a yellow card for Nokomis.
Okay, so that's Drew Grant. Gets the yellow card.
With 6:43 left.
Yep.
I think that's the first one we've seen.
Yes. We've gone yellow cardless this year.
There you go. Late here. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss it. But, yeah, you got the
card.
yellow.
Yep. If he said something naughty or?
Well, on the play, we were talking, you watched the highlight. Again, it was something where I don't think he really made a play on the ball. He kind of shoulder leaned and they both went down. And I think the other thing, too, after Goldschmidt gets injured, maybe a little bit more on that.
All right, free kick. Blasted up, and they can't get a deflection. It rolls wide of Sousa.
But, yeah, with Goldschmidt getting injured on contact, you kind of wonder maybe they're being a little bit more.
A little tighter on the calls.
Yeah. Because that's what happened is he kind of threw his body weight into him and not really making a play on the ball.
All right, here's the kick to midfield, and it's played down by sides. Connor up the left sideline to Scharf. Scharf veered off there for a moment by Lawrence. Chapman slowed it down, but they come right back with it. Nice job to handle by Connor Sides. Tries to go back. He gets upended a little bit by Tilton, and this will stay with Nokomis. All right, Connor Sides into JVD. Ahead. Nice little pass there to Scharf. Now back to JVD. He curls in. Goes to the middle of the field. Ball gets by Grant. Grant, good slide tackle there. Working it up now to Isaac Johnson at midfield. Johnson with a head of steam. Johnson, and it's cleared out by Nokomis.
Nice little run. Midfield for Lawrence has been okay. Defense has got to communicate with each other. Right there on that last possession, it didn't turn into anything, but the defender just has it taken from, he has his pocket picked, because nobody tells him, hey, behind you, behind you, behind you.
All right, midfield, Nokomis trying to work it over. It's Jonah Van Deventer. Back, though, driven in by Lawrence. Back there is Simon Van Deventer. In the corner, Bulldogs on the offense here. Isaac Johnson, that's out. And it's out off them.
Rain's starting to pitter-patter
again. Just
again.
Can't get rid of it.
No. The other thing I was going to ask you about, obviously, so big game, right? I mean, it seems like each week we get another one.
You mean tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yeah, slightly big game.
But the track record of our, I think the ref gave those two a little talking to. The track record of our games of the week have not necessarily been close matchups.
This is true. I have high hopes for that one tomorrow night, though.
I do, too.
Two teams that are going to the playoffs. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Tilton up to midfield. Craig does a 360. Ricochets. Comes down out of Scharf. We're down to 4 minutes to go in the first half. 1-1. Sides for Nokomis. Letourneau for Lawrence. Sides with it right there. Sides. Little one-on-one, and that is out of bounds.
Substitution. And worth noting, too, obviously, Friday, big game. Tomorrow night, football. Messalonskee and Lawrence. Saturday, pretty big game, too.
I'd say so.
Messalonskee and Skowhegan field hockey, and early.
10. Little field hockey and breakfast, or field hockey and brunch, or coffee and field hockey, whatever you want to make the combination of, go ahead. I'll have coffee. Shot right on grip with a save. Landon to the knees. I'll have an extra large Dunkin' Midnight. Thank you very much. And I'll be darn happy about it. That one's down, a whistle. It's going to go to Nokomis.
Now, looking forward to that one, too, because Skowhegan want a little revenge for that first regular season loss in a few years.
Yeah, they were beaten 2-1. Fair and square in Oakland. Excellent effort by the Eagles, who we saw a couple of nights ago. And, of course, we saw Skowhegan earlier in the week. And so we will see them on the same field Saturday morning at 10. Let's see how it fares on the grass of Skowhegan as opposed to the turf in Oakland.
Worth noting, too, that Messalonsky game with Skowhegan, that was the one where Savage went out with her concussion.
Yes. She's back. Their whole lineup is back. All right, a throw in on the far side. 2:20 left in the first half. Lawrence and Nokomis tied at 1 in boys soccer. Right up the sideline. Pinball's back, and it goes out. Lawrence's ball.
Field is, I think, again, tilted Lawrence's way, Nokomis' way into the Lawrence zone. Lawrence, I think, has still done a nice job, like as we see here, getting some opportunities. But just who's the offensive threat with Goldsmith out?
That's the big question. Goldsmith really forced the issue, and again, talking about tilting the field, he kept it a leveler. Is that a word? A more level playing field.
I like it.
We've invented gettability tonight and leveler. Up to Mason. Mason pooched it ahead. Coming out is Sousa, makes the slide, and gets on that ball.
Like you said before, we've seen a few times. You're going to come out, you better get it.
Yep.
Because
he was way out.
A quick free kick here for Nokomis. He was Lawrence was trying to chip it over him, so a heck of a slide there.
Scharf, a lot of open field. Nice move in the open field now to Grant. To Scharf, and it didn't connect. Grant goes down, cleared out of there by Tilton. Back to get it for Nokomis. Owen sides. Sides over to John Furlong. Sounds like it ought to be a jockey.
A lot of brothers on this Nokomis team.
Now Johnson. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. 38 seconds left in the half. Bulldogs throw in. One last opportunity here. Throw in. Stays on the sidelines. Johnson still with it. Taken away by Nokomis.
Yeah, Lawrence for a grab again.
Yeah. So free kick here with 14 seconds left. Up to midfield to Scharf. Scharf has it taken away. Cleared away by Chapman. Near sideline. Popped in by JVD. And Tilton will run the clock out. And that is it for the first half here in Fairfield. A goal apiece. Sides and Letourneau, the two Connors scoring tonight. Sides for Nokomis, Letourneau for Lawrence, and that is it. 1-1 Nokomis and Lawrence at the half. You are watching and listening to Boys High School Soccer on the place for high school sports, Sports Radio 1160, WSKW The Score.
201 Tire Battery and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Because we all know someone who is affected by cancer, Renewal by Anderson of Greater Maine is all in on bringing attention to this terrible disease. Whether it's you or somebody you know and love, it affects many lives, and lots of us want to help in some way but don't know how. That's why throughout October, Renewal by Anderson of Greater Maine will donate to Sarah's House of Maine, a local nonprofit supporting those diagnosed with cancer. If you want to join the fight too, email sarahshousemanager@gmail.com.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
201 Tire Battery and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at Lawrence High School. It is 1-1, what?
Hammond.
Oh, yes, it's halftime. And halftime's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22
Sorry, I didn't want to...
Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com.
I didn't want to jump the gun. It just looks like they're going to get a quick restart in here.
Yes. So, yes. And halftime, let's at least update the scoring, shall we? And I suppose we could throw a game reset in, brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. A goal for each side. Connor sides for Nokomis at 7:25, and then Connor Letourneau at 13:21 for Lawrence. That's it. 1-1, pretty evenly played.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, I think the thing that's surprising, and I'm curious to see part of Lawrence's, I think, halftime adjustments had to be, all right, Callum Goldsmith is out. He's kind of the straw. He's the straw that stirs the drink. How do we manufacture some offense with him probably not coming back today?
Yes.
Does that look like it was? You don't want to speculate, but I'm going to guess concussion.
It sure looked like it. It was kind of a whiplash-type fall for Callum Goldsmith.
And he just looked dizzy.
Yes. He looked dazed. All right, Nokomis ball. As we start the second half, Dylan Sousa to our left and Landon Grip down to our right. And it is still drizzling. And Nokomis starts the half by playing it back. And Mason hustles up and forces the issue. Nice job there by Jeremiah Mason, and he causes a turnover.
Mason reminds me, I played a little bit of Ultimate Frisbee in high school, and I played a little bit in college. And I played with people that went on to do it semi-competitively. And I played in a tournament once, and they asked me, they're giving me crap because I didn't play with them regularly. They asked, what do you bring to this team? And I said, I bring a physical presence that's not allowed in this game. That's what Mason reminds me of.
Yeah. Ultimate Frisbee.
He's our
intimidator.
I was.
He sets picks.
I was a big guy.
He sets picks. All right, at midfield, Connor sides. Worked it up down the left side for Scharf. He got stuffed, cleared out by Lawrence, wrong team. They'll be here tomorrow night to play football. Let's stick to soccer. Lawrence forces the issue. Cleared in and deep by Riley Craig, and out of the net there is Sousa to scoop it up.
I didn't realize, Mike, because you can't hear it on the pop-up, and, man, you look at that light. Yeah, it's a steady drizzle.
Yes.
And this is, again, the sacrifice we make. We were out in Winslow Saturday in that downpour. So, you were thinking, hey, I got a Lawrence, I got a Nokomis kid I want to support, but, man, I don't want to go sit in those cold stands. CentralMaineSports.com.
That's right. It'll be in the vault, as every game that we ever do is in the vault right now at CentralMaineSports.com. You can also watch our games there, obviously, and also at 1160thescore.com. That's out far side.
It'd be, I think, a deep throw in here for the Warriors.
It's actually going to be...
Oh, no, free kick.
A free kick,
I stand corrected.
So, in essence, a corner kick. Here's the kick. It's tipped, and it's in! So, just like a corner kick, and it worked just like it. Let's see if we can see who tipped it in.
Yeah, waiting to see here because the reaction was so slow by everybody. I think it was 11.
Okay, so that means Nicholas Scharf. We'll go with him.
Edit the score here. Take one more.
So Scharf makes it 2-1. Warriors off what, as I said, was essentially a corner kick.
Basically.
And they executed it well. All right, back it goes now to Simon Van de Venter. Van de Venter off the back of Tilton, cleared back in by Lawrence. Now picking it up is Owen Sides. Sides blasts it up, hustling down the middle. The shot, it's the crossbar. And the rebound is loose. Great hustle by Simon Van de Venter to get the shot off. It hit the crossbar square on. That was a doink for sure.
How about the placement again? I mean, there's nothing Landon can do about that. It's just a little bit too high, but man, he almost, speaking of the weather, almost rainbowed that in.
Yep. And we've seen that drop shot several times this year.
Yeah.
All right, it's curled to the middle. Cleared out by Lawrence. And now it's out on the far side.
I think that it must have caught a Nokomis player on the way out because that looked fully like that was going to be Nokomis ball.
Sure did. Throw in for Lawrence. Nokomis comes away with it, however. Midfield. Knocked in, now knocked back out by Lawrence. Now knocked back in by Jacob Newmeyer. Now Lawrence clears it in. Coming out is Sousa, and he waits right there, and he's able to get it away from Johnson.
Sousa, really, that's literally the edge of what he could do because he can't touch it with his hands outside of the box there, I think.
And here he is again.
Bobble there. Sousa, a little bit, Mike, neither of us claim to be soccer experts, and I can understand gathering up, but I think if you're going to come that far, just run and kick it.
Yes. That's a little dangerous to wait on. Back it's Pellerin. And they stop it.
I think free kick here for Nokomis.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're going to come out that far, just keep going and just give it the boot.
Here's Drew Grant. Grant's going to execute this free kick. Up the middle, gets through. Now Chapman is on it. Chapman able to clear, but Nokomis able to get it and reestablish yet again. It's Grant. Down the sidelines. Nokomis looking to get it to the middle. Some physical play down there. Lawrence player going down. And this is probably going to be a violation on the Warriors.
Yeah, I think that was, I think it was Sharp. And then for Lawrence, the play ended up going down. No, I'm wrong. I thought it was 8, but I don't have an 8 on my roster. Game's getting a little chippy.
Yeah, there's been a bit of an edge to it at times.
I mean, we saw our first card this season. We've done, double-digit soccer games.
Yep. All right, a throw in for the Bulldogs. 2-1 Nokomis. Nicholas Scharf breaking the tie. Far side, Lawrence looking for the equalizer again. Throw in goes by everybody. Back Newmeyer. Couldn't clear. Kept in by Riley Craig for a moment. Now Mason kicks it up. And running it off there is Alex Pearl. Pearl up the sidelines for the Warriors. Can't keep it in bounds. And it's back to Lawrence. And back out.
This is the challenge Lawrence has run into. Even when they've gotten these throws deep into Nokomis territory, they can't get off the sideline.
All right, the throw in, Van Deventer off his body, and it went out of bounds, or it's a free kick.
I think it went out.
Yep, it did.
The Bulldogs here, again, another deep throw in, but they just can't get off the sideline.
All right, the throw in, the kick inside, and a one-hop save there with Johnson on the doorstep by Sousa. Sousa punts it out. Cleared back in by Pellerin. One hop by Mason. Johnson's there, and it's pooched back by Newmeyer to the goalkeeper Sousa, who clears it out. He had a lane, and he got it out to midfield. Connor sides. This will be a free kick.
Now, Lawrence giving up a bunch of those here in the first not even 8 minutes.
Newmeyer. Up to Sides. Sides handles it. Sides trying to go there on Daigle. Goes in, lost his footing. Ball still loose. Now it's driven out by Lawrence.
That was close. Sides nearly stood. He hit the turf or hit the grass and nearly stood up with that one.
All right, sidelines. It's Nokomis. Right side, angling it in is Simon Van Deventer, headed wide.
Same play that they scored the first goal on. SVD looking for that header from Sides. He got it, but just couldn't get it towards the goal.
So goalie kick here for Landon Grip. Not a good one. Bulldogs trying to recover from it. On the near side now, it is Corvin Veyu. Veyu on the sidelines. Ball didn't go out. Being defended there by Simon Van Deventer. Now it's out. And it went out off Lawrence.
And he got caught there trying to box it out. It just didn't roll over the line.
Grant kicks it up and Grip comes out. Grabs that loose ball. Up to midfield. Trip Clark there. Heads it back in. And it's out of bounds. Off the foot there of Grant. Deep, it's Newmeyer. Newmeyer will kick it out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com, and coming out Sousa, grabbing that loose ball. It's been active here in the second half.
Yeah, the throw in there was heading the direction of Letourneau, and then he moved out of the way, which I get the idea, but nobody was kind of busting behind him, so it just rolls to Sousa, and no harm, no foul.
Lawrence throwing. Off the head deep of Alex Pearl, and accidentally knocked out of bounds by Clark. Lawrence will throw it in again. Ricochets off the side of the head of Letourneau. Back deep now. Trip Clark on the sideline out. Bulldogs throw it in. Letourneau kind of into no man's land there. Kicked out by Owen Sides. On the far side, Scharf. Scharf up to midfield, to the middle, to Connor Sides. Man slipped, he takes advantage. Sides now to the middle, run off the play, and then run down. Connor Sides hits the deck. 29.5 minutes to go in the second half. 2-1 Nokomis.
That Sides got just shoved.
Free kick. Up on a hop. It's off the shins there of Grip. And what? They're giving it to Lawrence.
Yeah, I think Scharf trying to track that down. Couldn't quite do it.
So free kick here for the Bulldogs.
A couple Nokomis faithful here wanted a card there on that play against four Sides.
Warriors keep it in, shot wide from way out deep by Alex Pearl.
And not a great goal kick there. Left it short. Nokomis, though, I think a little bit trigger happy there. Fires that off too quickly.
All right, a goalie kick here. Grip. Got it up near the edge of the circle. Owen sides. Intercepted by Tilton. Johnson, left side, too far ahead there of Corvin Veyu.
I think I'd like to see Johnson kind of press the issue there a little bit more before trying to give it up immediately.
Trip Clark into Jonah Van de Venter. JVD pooches it up the right side for Simon, his brother. Simon is a junior. And Jonah is a sophomore. All right, pass gets by JVD. Now cleared in by Riley Craig, but too far ahead of Letourneau. They didn't connect, and Newmeyer will throw it in for Nokomis. 2-1 Warriors. Pass in for JVD. Nice back move to himself. Little give and go action there. Lawrence breaks it up, though. Tilton. Or check that Veyu. Trevor Veyu made the play. Trevor Pellerin.
Nice defensive play there by Pellerin. I think you're seeing, too, I don't want to, you're missing your best player, but Johnson, I think Mason, you can kind of see the disconnect chemistry-wise as they try and find those long passes to him.
Back to midfield. Lawrence on the go, but played too far ahead and intercepted there by Alex Pearl, but he cleared it out. Lawrence will throw it in near midfield.
Lawrence just needs, on these throwing, they need to find it just to the center. Just get something challenging going towards the goal.
It's been very hard for them to do. Get the ball in the middle of the field and maybe get a goal-scoring opportunity from it. Johnson played it up, a foot race, and a smart move, beating everybody to it, was Calder Reimers, and he cleared it out.
Here's a chance. There's no need to rush this if you're Lawrence. Obviously, everybody's going to filter back, so come up with something to just get something going to the goal. Sousa's, the one goal Lawrence scored, he misplayed.
All right, the throw-in by Chapman. It's cleared out by Newmeyer. In the air, it's kicked wide. Good play by Riley Craig back there, but it went wide.
Yeah, I just see a little bit there. At least, okay, you got something going there. Couldn't track it down there looking for that backside or a deflection, but finally something going the right direction.
Intercepted by Lawrence. Bulldogs with an opportunity here. This is Letourneau. They play it back. The shot is up and on a bounce. Sousa comes up with it.
Just a little bit too much mustard on that one. Got to get it where your guys can make a play on it.
Pass off the back of Craig. Midfield, working it ahead now for Nokomis. Drew Grant lost it. Cleared back in by Lawrence. Bulldogs on the break here. Craig to the middle. Lines it up, and it is going to go wide, but Sousa on it.
Surprised to see Sousa make a play on that. Especially, with it being slick, it's well wide. Just let it go.
Why not?
I mean, because, the reward doesn't outweigh the disaster there in my situation, in my perspective.
Yep. 25 minutes left, second half. 2-1 Nokomis.
Lawrence, though, on a little bit of at least a possession flurry here, but need to get a shot on goal.
All right, the throw in. This is going to roll out. Remember, every game we do on the score, always stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com. Go to centralmainsports.com, click on Vault, and pick your game.
Yeah, worth noting, too, obviously we're in fall season, so everything we've done fall there. But if you're not feeling this weather and you're thinking, man, I wish I missed the sunshine, Legion baseball from the summer's up there. Everything we did from the spring's up there.
There were a few games there in Augusta when it was 97 degrees and we weren't wearing hoodies.
No. We had the pop-up up but not for rain.
Totally different reasons, They're all there stored in the vault. Again, centralmainsports.com. Click on Vault.
Always free.
Yep, free, open, accessible, 24/7, 365. All right, Nokomis breaks it out at midfield. Here come the Warriors. Right side, angled to the middle by Grant. Trying to hustle up and get that loose ball. SVD. Lawrence wins the foot race. Tilton was showing good speed, and he outran Simon Van de Venter.
Lawrence there was, I think, content to take the throw out, but on the challenge, Nokomis actually kicks it out, so it's going to be a goal kick going the other way, which for both teams tonight has been a little bit of an adventure because both goalies haven't, I think, gotten as much on them as they want.
Here's Grip. Didn't get much on that. Knocked down by Drew Grant. Nokomis keeps it in. This is Sides. Sides goes back to SVD. Simon Van de Venter gets it back on the give and go from Nicholas Scharf. Van de Venter in the corner, back up the sidelines to Drew Grant. Good possession there by Nokomis, but not able to work it into a shot, and Lawrence able to break it out. Back, though, Newmeyer. Newmeyer broke the play up. Landon Daigle forced the issue there. Over midfield, here comes Nokomis yet again. Warriors looking to get it to the net. Sides down there. Lawrence player tumbles down. This will be a throw-in for the Bulldogs into Sides. Sides, a shot and a save by Grip from deep. Connor Sides figuring, what the heck, you're shooting, you're dangerous.
Yeah, maybe get a misplay and somebody gets a juicy rebound. Let's say also Lawrence trying to find something that works. I think has already put their third player in that striker position this half because they had Mason started. Johnson then came out, who I don't think played in the first half, and then now out for the Bulldogs on that far side is Hunter Henderson. Trying to find just somebody.
Yeah, Bobtown trying to find someone.
Create a spark.
But if you're tuning in late, Callum Goldsmith went down in the first half, went down very hard, appeared to have kind of a whiplash-type fall, and was very slow to get up, was carted off, and has been taken inside. So the freshman, who's a huge part of Lawrence and its future in soccer, being out really hurts. Throwing it in here, Tripp Clark. Goes by the intended receiver. Now it ends up on the foot of Riley Craig. Craig ahead of the pack, but kicked back, looking there for Corvin Veyu, and that's blasted out. Bulldogs to throw it in. Goes over the head of Henderson. Tipped out of bounds, though, and Landon Daigle will throw it in yet again. 21 minutes left. 2-1 Nokomis. Throw in. Craig missed it. Cleared up by Owen Sides. Good hustle to keep it alive by Connor Letourneau. He's got their goal. Back now to Daigle. Daigle kicks it up, goes off the foot of JVD. High into the air, off the thighs. Chapman. Deflected off the head. Up there now is Dominic Golder hustling forward on the sidelines, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Golder. So a throw in here for Nokomis. Intercepted. Connor Letourneau kept it alive. Up it goes to Veyu. Johnson right there. Veyu trying to work it one-on-one. Lost it. Now Letourneau back with it. Letourneau with a shot. It's deflected. And out of the net is Sousa.
Just a little bit slow. I think you see, this Lawrence team, no seniors. And I think in a moment like that, Mike, I think you see a little bit of that just lack of seasoning because they're just not aggressively charging that, hoping that exact play happens.
Yeah, looking for a veteran play. Just haven't gotten it.
For nothing else, make Sousa have to grab it under some duress.
Yeah. 19:30 left in the second half. 2-1 Nokomis. The go-ahead goal by Nicholas Scharf early in this half. Lawrence looking to clear. Kept in. Right side. Good job there by JVD. Now down the sidelines. Works it, though, and worked it too far ahead of himself and couldn't keep it in bounds.
Nokomis obviously has been much more of a threat offensively this half, but I feel possession-wise, Lawrence has had their opportunities to get down into this zone. The problem is we'll see a throw-in here, and we'll see how this goes, is they just can't get off the sideline when they get these throw-ins, even deep in Nokomis territory.
All right, Warriors break it in. Here's Grant, and it's cleared out by Lawrence. Good play back there by Chapman, who's really good.
Yeah, Sides holding his head there. I think he was trying to chip it there on the wing for Sharp and just didn't get anything on it.
In it goes. Nokomis tamps it down. All the way in. The shot is wide on the short side.
I couldn't hook that back in the center where traffic was. Instead, just goes well behind the goal.
So a goalie kick here for Landon Grip. And goalie kicks tonight have been a challenge. A steal, a shot very wide. And again, with the slippery footing, even shots on goal have been sort of hit and miss tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, on the goalie kick, you're hoping to really extend that kicking foot and plant, but obviously that's kind of a challenge. Last thing you want to do is try and plant and then have your bottom end come out. Yep. Plus, we've already seen a few shoes kicked off tonight.
Jonah Van de Venter. Ball taken away from him. Midfield, though, down. Nokomis comes away with it. Owen Sides. Sides a pass. Got to be offside? Yes.
I think the rain finally stopped.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have said that.
My bad. I was just looking at the light to see if I was still seeing that mist.
I'm not seeing any. By the way, the lights here are great.
This field is very well lit up.
Yep. They rival Mesolonsky's lights. Now a muscle tussle deep. Simon Van de Venter and Hunter Henderson bumping each other. The ball went out.
Henderson, unfortunately, gets called for the block.
And Nokomis with a free kick here, 16:45 remaining. Up to midfield, pass by Scharf, out of bounds. Bulldogs throw in. All right, headed by Nokomis, almost right back to Scharf.
Yeah.
All right. Lawrence Johnson played it ahead, and now it's out on the far side.
A couple of mishits there kind of benefited Lawrence, and then Nokomis just decides to play it out of bounds, which has worked for him. Again, Lawrence has really struggled, especially on throw-ins in this area, to get the ball to the center of the field.
Lawrence with a throw-in, about halfway in the offensive zone here. Dawson Chapman. Headed out of there by Tripp Clark. Ends up back out of bounds, right back to Chapman. Chapman throws it in again. And a header out. Nope, it's not out. It stays in. Now it's out. I knew it was going to go out.
And that one goes off Lawrence.
Yep.
And again, just a situation, they get a throw in from about the top of the box, and they chuck it in, and Nokomis just looks a little bit more aggressive to the ball.
All right, Warriors will throw it in here. Ball into Jonah Van de Venter.
Immediately back to Lawrence.
Right. The yin and the yang.
This is how this game ends. Just constant throw-ins.
15 minutes left. 2-1 Nokomis. Warriors with possession, trying to work it out. Jonah Van de Venter gets it to midfield. Lawrence on it there. Curled back in by Pellerin. Pass too far ahead of Dominic Golder. Goes out. Lawrence will throw it in. Landon Daigle. Ball whizzes right by Dominic Golder. Coming away with it, though, Letourneau. Letourneau tried to feed it back to the open man, Noah Spaulding, but that was picked off, and it's cleared up. Last touched by Landon Daigle. Clark. The throw-in bounces to Grant.
Ref telling both sides, and whoever the defender was there for Lawrence, I missed it. Easy, easy, easy.
Alex Pearl plays it ahead. Pearl cut off by Henderson. And it'll be the Warriors throwing it in. Nokomis works it up. Some open field there. Trying to make some magic. Connor Sides taken away, though, by Lawrence. Midfield. Bulldogs get it ahead. It's Henderson. Henderson with a chance. The shot is wide.
That's I think Lawrence ought to be thankful to the refs there because take a look here when this kick happened. Yeah, they were both offsides by a step. Regardless, did no damage, but
well, clearly if the ball had gone in, there would have been damage, but it didn't. Out on the far side. Clock at 13:05. 2-1 Nokomis. Tomorrow night, Lawrence and Messalonsky in football at Pete Cooper Stadium at Keyes Field in Fairfield. Game time is 7 o'clock, one of the biggest games of the year.
Yes.
In high school football statewide.
Big time. Also, you Lawrence Rowdies, be nice to our camera person, Sean.
Yeah, Galen, he had his baptism by fire in the Levitt game, and now Sean will have his tomorrow night, although the Bulldog fans treated Galen with the utmost respect.
Yes, they did.
And I feel that they'll do the same for Sean Packard, who's not related to David Packard.
He should tell him that, though.
Right. Here's a head. Henderson, and he can't get anything on the shot. Boy, Hunter Henderson's had chances here in the last couple of minutes.
Henderson there, actually, I think his angle was cut off. I don't mind the pass play there, just could not quite hook up with a teammate. But, yeah, Henderson, as they've made a couple subs at this forward line trying to find someone, Henderson has been the spark.
Yeah, he's a freshman.
Now, the question is, last time we were at Lawrence, you got a little bit of a scouting report from the other quarterback's girlfriend's grandfather. So is Tater Doucette's girlfriend's grandfather going to come talk to you?
I have no idea. I wouldn't know who that is, but then again, I didn't know Noah Carpenter's girlfriend's grandfather until he told me, hey, I'm Noah Carpenter's girlfriend's grandfather. That was great.
Well, he lived up to the hype, that's for
sure. All of that and more. He is not human. He is unbelievable. Hunter Henderson, by the way, has the best moss in high school sports on the boys' side.
I was waiting for you to say something.
That young man has hair to die for.
That's the source of his power.
It could very well be because he's played well here in the second half. Just a freshman, too.
Lawrence tilting the field here a little bit.
They're not lacking for chances or possession. Pellerin kept it alive. Oh, that was a great move there around the defender by Alex Pearl. He slides down. Kept the play alive. Back to Tilton, though. Tilton, though, up the middle. Ball rolls by.
As Pearl trying to bicycle kick.
It was an interesting play for sure. Sides. Connor Sides. Trying to go on Henderson. Henderson, did he come up lame? Or did he get kicked?
I got to be honest, Henderson's hunched over. I'm wondering if Henderson caught a flailing arm on a run.
Yeah, because all of a sudden he was doubled over, and Lawrence can ill afford to lose any more good players.
He's laboring.
He's trying to walk that off, and he's going to come out. So, yeah, I think you're right. It might have been a wayward arm or an elbow.
Yeah, I think his sides went around him. I think he just, in the inadvertent contact, caught it in an area nobody wants to catch inadvertent contact.
Yes, so Henderson to the sidelines. 2-1 Nokomis. Time getting away from Lawrence, looking for the equalizer. Pass right side way too far ahead of its intended receiver, Jonah Van Deventer. Actually, the intended receiver, Zach Furrow.
And some substitutions here to hold that up.
All right, here's the throw-in by Lawrence. Bulldogs work it ahead. Now loose ball, Newmeyer. Back to Craig. Craig ahead of the pack now. Lawrence able to come away with it. Johnson back on the sidelines to Craig. Craig and a teammate almost run into one another. Craig slows it down. 2-on-1 stolen. Good defense there by Drew Grant. Grant to the middle. to Simon Van de Venter. Van de Venter taken away by Letourneau. Lawrence has had a good stretch here the last 5-7 minutes or so. Great job handling the ball there. Up it goes right side to Grant. Grant to the middle. It is a foot race. Downfield, it's Quinn. Quinn trying to get a shot off. Actually, no, it's Nicholas Scharf. Scharf couldn't get a shot away. Never could clear the Lawrence defenders, and it's kept in, though, by Drew Grant.
I think Scharf took just one extra dribble. But on the other side here, as you said, teammates running into each other, I think you see again the youth that just not – there's no chemistry or not enough of it to understand what, I'm going here, you go there.
Yeah. Goal kick by Landon Grip, and again, a weak one. Intercepted, and Furrow shoots it up, and Grip is easily on that. 7:40 on the clock. High off the body of Letourneau, knocked down. Bulldogs come away with it, blasted in, and it is out on the far side on the Bulldogs bench.
It's unfortunate couldn't keep that fair because I do believe that time Lawrence was on sides and a good jump there by Jacob Benner, who's in. I think he could have run with that one a little bit.
Loose ball, knocked down by Clark. Clark jumps it up. Clark right side to Furrow. Furrow with a long one, and that one, I think, handcuffed Grip a little bit, but he punched it away.
Heck of a effort there by Grip to go up and get that one.
Knocked it out.
Nice shot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Grip misjudged that a little bit. Nice recovery. But it's going to be, I think, corner kick here for Nokomis. Just the second one all game, both of them for the Warriors.
All right, so Nokomis with a golden opportunity here with this corner kick to add to their 2-1 lead. Here it is, and it's not a good one, and it's easily cleared by Lawrence. We've had a lot of mishits tonight.
And those corner kicks like goal kicks, you want to be able to plant that inside foot and really torque.
Yeah.
Can't do that, obviously, on a wet grass.
Sides, and it's played up and Grip on it. Headed down by Neumeier. Midfield up to Furrow. Furrow handles, then it's taken away, then he gets it back. Kept it in play. Furrow, good job. Loose ball cleared out by Lawrence. Kept in, though, by Nokomis. And a long one here from deep by Grant, just looking to get it up and maybe get a deflection, maybe get it on a teammate's foot. None of those happened. Here's Riley Craig. Craig to the middle. Back into the Nokomis zone, and it's played back to Dylan Sousa. 5:20 left. Owen Sides, Sides, nice pass up to Grant. Grant to the middle to Sides. Ahead, and Grip comes out. Connor Sides had it, played it ahead, but too far ahead, and Landon Grip punts it out of there. Connor Sides back in his own end to get it. Neumeier cleared it up, comes over now to Owen Sides. Owen sidestepping Jacob Benner. Stolen by Johnson. Now it's run out. Here comes Connor Sides. Sides, right side for Furrow. Furrow, good speed there by Pellerin to beat him to the ball.
Nice recovery there by Pellerin because that was a really nice pass by Sides. But like you said, foot race and Pellerin wins.
Throw in from the side for Lawrence. 4:15 left for them to work with. Try to tie this thing up, and that's out.
We're going to see a pull to goalie?
That would be cool.
I would like to see that.
You know, it's like my two questions I always have about field hockey is, why aren't there any left-handed field hockey players, and why can't you pull the goalie?
Those are both good questions. I like both of those questions.
There are no left-handed field hockey players because you can't play the game left-handed. You can't. The sticks are all right-handed. Why is that?
That doesn't make any sense.
I know. And I say that as a right-handed person who plays hockey left-handed when I played hockey, which has been quite a while. I shoot the puck left-handed. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. I play golf right-handed, poorly, but I play golf right-handed. So those are my questions. But you can't pull the goalie. Johnson kept it alive inside. Now running it away is JVD. Up the sidelines, kicked out, though, by Grant.
At that point, you would think it would make sense subs here for Lawrence. It would make sense because then you could have like the left forward, the left midfield, where their left hand is the strong side on the outside.
Right.
Would make sense. And lacrosse at the high school level, when I played, it was always so tough to find left-handed attackmen specifically.
See, there's a game I would also play left-handed.
Right, and so you want that facing the goalie, the right attackman. If they're lefty, their shooting hand is then on the inside where you want to shoot from.
Right. All right, keeping it alive for Lawrence here is Corbin Bayou, and his shot is up and right on Sousa, though. And an easy save. And that's another thing. I can't understand why I play lacrosse left-handed. It's weird.
I had a friend, or still actually.
Look at this move, a shot, and it is probably going wide, but Sousa batted it away anyway. That was a good move by Lawrence, and we are going to get our first corner kick for the Bulldogs.
That was a nice move, and I'm with you. I think Sousa just gently, that one I don't think on goal.
Yeah.
Just gently guided it away, but still an opportunity here for Lawrence with 2:22.
Riley Craig, this is the chance that Lawrence has been waiting for. The angle, and did I hear a whistle?
Yes.
I did. There must have been some sort of a violation in front.
I don't know. I didn't see if there was offsides, but something Lawrence did immediately negated that, and what was actually a solid corner kick.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, lefty, natural southpaw, but does everything right-handed. Right's right-handed.
Oh, okay.
But like he does. Pretty much everything else left-handed. He throws all that stuff left-handed, but for some reason right's right-handed, which makes no sense.
Very weird.
Yeah.
1:35 left. Very weird.
I don't think my dad's a southpaw. I don't think he
is?
does anything with his right. I don't think he's right-hand dominant with anything. Yeah. And his joke for the longest time was that Cubs always seem to trade for left-handers that were terrible. He said, I don't know why I can't make a few $1 million to go give up 2 home runs a game.
Well, they did sign John Lester, so that was a good signing.
Yes,
that
it was.
Helped them win a World Series for the first time in 800 years, so there's that.
Yeah, and it's going to be that one makes it nice for my lifetime. It's going to take him another 800 years to figure it out.
Yeah, so you got one. I mean, it ended your drought, which didn't really last very long in the grand scheme of things, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, Lawrence with 53 seconds left to work with here. Trying to tie this thing up. Here's Tilton with a long one. It bounces inside, and Sousa with the save.
That one kind of took a funny bounce, I think, on Sousa, but still.
Sousa drives it to midfield. Simon Van de Venter. They work it ahead, trying to get it to Simon again. Simon may break in. No, he is sealed off. Good play by Lawrence defensively there. But precious time ticking off the clock, 20 seconds. Lawrence gets possession. Got to hurry. Pellerin blasts it up, and it's going to go out. And that is going to allow the clock to run out.
My question, I think the frustrating thing for Cubs fans is obviously you don't expect to win every year. He just throws that in the corner side, says to run out the time. Real quick, I know we're going to end this, but my question is, it's so frustrating as Cubs fans to watch the Astros make 7 straight ALCSs after they did the same thing, tore the team down, and then rebuilt it. That's what's frustrating.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's for sure. Back to soccer. Final score in this one, Nokomis Warriors 2, Lawrence Bulldogs 1. The recap after this on The Score.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight's back here post-game at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. 2 times this year, Nokomis and Lawrence played in boys high school soccer, and 2 times Nokomis has won 2-1. That is the final here tonight. Each team scored in the first half. Connor's side scored for Nokomis on this goal at 7:25.
And I mean, how about this too? Talk about the centering pass. We see this just not work a lot at this level, Mike, but man, that is beautiful. And Sides gets to run right into that. His head cranked down and right in.
Perfect timing, and he drilled it in. 1-0 Nokomis, and then Connor Letourneau off a shot deep by Riley Craig, off the goalie, off the crossbar, and then Letourneau right there to knock it home.
Yeah, and you see there, Sousa really not happy with himself. A little bit of contact. Right. But it started with the misplay. It popped out of his hands, and then it hit the crossbar, and Letourneau capitalizes.
And here's the game winner by Nicholas Scharf, coming at 2:05 early in the second half. This was not from a corner kick, but very close.
And that one just nicks there, and Scharf right place. Kind of a balance there. What you can do, I can do better. Get kind of a bounce and a misplay there.
No great story behind that one. It was what it was, and that is the final 2-1. So 2 teams play twice, and the result the same both times, 2-1. Good game, though. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, very even. I thought Lawrence, outside of really the first 10 minutes, maybe the first half, and then maybe 5 or so minutes of the second half, that possession was pretty even. The problem is, after you lose Goldsmith, Lawrence wasn't able to do anything with the possession or be a credible threat, unfortunately.
Yeah, we wish the best for Callum Goldsmith, who was carted off the field after taking a big-time hit at midfield. He went down in whiplash form, was down for several minutes, finally was able to get up on his own, but was carted off, and we haven't seen him since. So we certainly hope the news is good there. So we're back at it tomorrow night. Back up there. It's football tomorrow night. Lawrence and Messalonsky. Game time 7 o'clock, and we will be there for one of the big games of the year, and certainly one of the biggest games of the night tomorrow night as we move on to week number 7 in high school football. So for Sean Packard, for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying good night from Lawrence High School. Final score in boys soccer tonight, Nokomis 2 and Lawrence 1.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone & Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, BJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, Computer Improvements, Casella Waste, and by Dixon's Country Market. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.